Hey, what's up guys? This is T-Bone here. Welcome back to another episode of playing Gemstone Legends. So there is a new hero. In fact, there are 3 heroes that are available in the Ultra now. And we're going to take a look at Galmares, the legendary hero. We're going to talk about his skills and how you can equip him and how you can actually use him in battle. So we're going to take a look at his skills. There's other 2 heroes as well, Davian and also Alavara. Together they form basically the mercenary brothers and sisters. And I don't have them right now, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about them separately. Sort of as they continue to come out, I think we could probably talk about their skills because it's a little bit unique. And I'm not sure whether they're good or not yet, but I wanted to sort of see them together and then we can have a more comprehensive video on them. But today I'm going to focus on Galmares. And what we're going to do actually before we get into it, we're going to go in and have a redeemable code. Okay, and so for this month, I'm going to try and make sure that we get a code for each time I come out with a video. So stay tuned and enjoy some of the goodies here. So we're going to start with a code here, and you're going to type in T, yes, Galmares. Okay, so yes, Galmares, and we're going to go ahead and confirm, and you're going to get some XP dummy as well as some purple dust. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the hero. We'll take a look at the loadout, and then we're gonna take a look at sort of his skills as well. So he is actually a tank, a warden type. Okay, and so typically with tanks and wardens, you want them to have high defense and high health. And in fact, if you take a look at his skills, let's take a look at his skills. You'll see where the health comes in. But let's take a look at his skills here first. Okay, so he will remove 2 positive statuses and also remove 2 negative statuses from allies. So he takes away the positive stats from the enemies and then takes away 2 negative stats from allies. That is pretty good on its own. A lot of there's a lot of heroes that are the positive status removers, and it is a very useful skill to have. And so his special ability is definitely one that a lot of people really like. But what's really interesting is his passive ability. So at max level, he will actually inflict silence on all the enemies for 3 turns if you max level him. And this is at the very beginning. I'm going to show you how this works as well. As an attacker is a real advantage. And also whenever an ally dies, he heals for 20% of his health and again inflicts silence on enemies. And he also gains mana by 2 when you max out. And so he's silence is one of those things where there's most heroes you're not equipped, they're immune to freeze or stun, but not a whole lot to silence. And so this one is a really a good sort of skill that I think is worth checking out. In terms of loadout, you really do want him to have higher health and also with high defense. But you'll see that I'm actually using charge set here because of the way his passive ability works. So what we're going to do is instead of talking about it too much, I'm just going to jump in. We're going to go into arena fight and let's take a look and see what we can do here. So we're going to go in. We're going to play a very typical sort of meta team where they're going to go really fast. There's Kooster in here, so you know that this person's going to go really fast. And so I'm going to go ahead and change this out. So I'm going to actually put him in here, and I'm going to increase my resistance because I'm not going to win on the speed side. But what we're going to see is Galmares' passive ability will actually go first, and this will work really well with a sort of a meta that I'm seeing a lot in arena fights today. So let's go into a fight and see if this works out. So as you can see here, you're going to have Sarita, and you're going to have Sarita and also Taiko-san trying to activate their skills. But look at this. They immediately get silenced at the very beginning. Okay? And so what happens here is they actually can't utilize the charge skill when you are the attacker. When you're the attacker, you start by silencing them, and they can't take advantage of that skill anymore. In fact, Zarkon still won't be able to activate his skill next turn either. And so instead now what you can do is you can actually go ahead and strip their stats. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to go ahead and use that person's skill. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and activate this now. So they also get silenced. So you can see now, not only are they silenced, they're also frozen. So I can actually do one more attack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and now get Vepris to go again. And I almost, I guess I could have, if I could have matched one more dark purple gem, I could have then used Tycoon Sun's skill. But we're going to go ahead and activate one more time. Okay, and then we're gonna now go ahead and stun them all, and at the same time we're also going to take out a lot of their health. And so you can see, like, because we were able to silence right from the beginning, we're able to take advantage of the situation, and we haven't allowed them to actually attack at all since the start. Okay, and so that's all from, you know, just ability to silence them from the very beginning, which as an attacker, it really helps. So what happens is, as an attacker, you get the silence from first, but if you use Galmares as a defender, this is where his ability to actually dispel all the negative stats or the positive stats comes in really handy, because what you can do is you can then strip them of whatever buffs that they have. Okay, and so that is sort of how you can use them. But as an attacker, he is really strong. He is really strong, actually. And we're gonna go ahead and I guess we'll take out Tycho first, and then we're going to get hit. Oh, I guess we didn't. I thought that he had his mana fully charged up. We're going to lose Vepris, but that's okay, because we're just gonna go ahead and win the fight. So you can see how this meta actually kind of works out now. Like, there's a lot of charge sets in here. I have charge set for Morena, I have charge set on Vepris, and I have charge set also on Galmares. As an attacker, it's not as important for him to have the charge set necessarily, because he gets to silence everyone in the beginning. But if you do use him, if you do have him, you know, at the beginning, you know, with charge set, then you can also remove a lot of the buffs. So Najar's ability to, for example, his ability to actually have, you know, immunity, and also for the reflect, if you can get rid of it, that's going to be really helpful. So we're going to go in and we're going to try again. So here's another one. Again, this is with now this one I don't have a lot of negative stats except for Inula, but I think we're going to stay with increased resistance, because we want to try and not get hit with negative stats as much as possible anyway. Okay, and so we're gonna go ahead and see who is here. So you can see here, Zerfar is the one that's going to be charged up, but he will not be able to use his skill. All right, and so what we're gonna do is, there's nothing for me to strip, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Vepris, and probably not going to take out a whole lot, but we're gonna go ahead and you know, do some damage there, and then we'll basically rinse and repeat. Right? It's basically rinse and repeat, and we're going to continue to try and charge up Vepris. We're going to take out Inula, and so we just have, you know, they still can't activate. Okay, so that's actually something that's like really good, right? And so what we can do is we can go ahead and remove their skill there, and again, once more, and we'll get Tycho this time. Okay, so the idea here is, you know, just continue to put on the, you know, continue to put on the Assassin's Mark on them, and then put on stun. This is one example of a way that you can sort of see the meta sort of forming. Not everyone's going to be able to play this way, and really what I wanted to show though is using Galmares' skill as an attacker. This is what this is a skill that actually is really strong. So understanding the order of things, how it works, you know, I think is excuse me. I think you know, he's going to make a big difference. I think you'll see him a lot in a lot of fights. If you have him, definitely start using him in arena fights. I think you're definitely going to see a big difference there. Okay, so that's the second fight here, and we're gonna go ahead and finish the fight here. One quick thing: when you're facing Rosalia, you notice that whenever I did my special attack, she actually, you know, counter attacked quite a bit, and was hitting my Galmares a lot. If I didn't actually have him like with high enough health or defense, like, he would have been taken out already. And so the key to taking out Rosalia is to not use damage, not to use your special skills if you can avoid it, and just keep attacking her with Gemstone matches. That's how you can avoid this. And so I guess we got into this is Platinum. I guess we're in Platinum 3 now. And so let's take a look at another one. So we're gonna take a look at this. Again, this is a pretty pretty debuff heavy team. Okay, and then you can see Tycho does have a chart set here, and because he was able to resist, that made a big difference, right? So this is where when Galmares' accuracy is not high enough, that's where you can run into trouble as well. Okay, so luckily we were able to at least prevent Zarkon from activating his skill right away, but our challenge is we are going to have some hard time here because we lost Vepris, and our Tycho actually is not full health, so we're not going to be able to stun at this point. And so we're gonna have to figure something out right now. We lost Vepris. She's actually a little squishy, and she doesn't take a lot of hits. So this team does have it's kind of like a little bit of a double-edged sword almost. And so we may not win this fight. But that's okay. We're going to, we win some, we lose some. The idea here is to just, try him out and see how things go. Oh, I was kind of hoping I was going to be able to get Morena's skill to go. So let's see. We're going to be able to hold off Tycho for one turn, but that's pretty much it. We're still going to get hit with stun, and I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. So let's just go ahead and... we'll do this. And not be able to match anything. We're probably going to lose at the end of this. We're probably going to get stunned, and then we'll probably get bled out. But you can see here, it made all the difference. If I was able to stun Tycho from the beginning, then I would have been the one to stun them, right? And so, not a guarantee, but it's definitely it definitely makes it for very interesting battles. And so again, the key here is to increase your accuracy. So mine is at 161, definitely could be a lot higher. And when you face up against a team that is really high on resistance, then that's where you're going to have to really get your accuracy up so that you can increase your chances of actually landing those negative stats. So let's go ahead and see if we can actually freeze anyone. It's going to be really hard for me to be able to actually win at this point. I don't have a true win condition. So like the thing about Tycho is he can stun, but he's not the main damage dealer for me. Like he doesn't deal as much damage. For me, the win condition is actually using Vepris here, using her Assassin's Mark and taking everybody out all in one shot using my area of effect attack. And so this is going to be a lost cause for me. So we're gonna go ahead and just quit out right now. Well, actually, we'll just end. I think it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna end pretty soon. So you can sort of see how this is gonna go. We're gonna actually get poisoned out, and just basically get attacked. Probably will be Nefray that will be able to take me out. Let's see. Yeah. And so that's a loss right there. We're gonna drop back down to gold 1. So in this video, you got to see me go up and down in ranking. But that's kind of like the idea here. Like we're trying out certain things. That trying out the team here. This is actually just a new thing I just kind of threw together for now, just to see how it work. Okay, and this team right here feels really scary as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this one more time and see how it goes. Okay, so Sarita, once again, like we are going to try, they're going to try and, clear out all of our negatives, all of our positive stats, and then going to basically, strip our positive stats and then freeze us, but neither of them could actually activate their skill right now. And so instead, what we're going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and do this first, right? So clear out their increased accuracy. Then we're going to try and land some Assassin's Mark, which we're able to, and then we're able to freeze. But Morena is immune to freeze, but not immune to silence. Okay, So let's go ahead and see now. We're going to do this, that, and then get more of the Assassin Smart going, right? So the only thing Morena can do is match gems and then do an attack, but she can't deal that much attack with just gems, right? And so we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm not going to be able to match enough of the dark gems, but I will be able to activate Tycho next, so that's good. And I'm also going to be able to match enough, almost enough for Morena. But you can see, like, basically when you're playing Vepris, you're just constantly looking to activate your skills. Okay, and now you can also use Galmares. You saw there was curse. I was able to use Galmares' skill to clear the curse. Now, the thing that's really scary is when Gabriella attacks with her skill, it's going to be really strong. Okay, and so she's getting ready to attack, and she could like wipe out most of my team with a couple of shots. So it still need to be very careful with her. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to rely on freezing her, stunning her, so that we can basically take her out with the Assassin's Mark. But her resistance is high, right? As you can see that, right? So like I should have taken out that, but you can see her resistance is so high that I'm actually having a hard time clearing her her negative stats, her positive stat actually. So you can see we couldn't really land anything on her, right? She just keeps resisting everything. And so we're gonna go ahead and what do we do here? We're basically just gonna have to damage her out, right? So luckily we're quick enough that we're able to just continue to attack. Like if she was faster, I think we would have been in real big trouble here. All right, so we managed to take her out. Notice that almost nothing landed on her. Okay, so that's the strength of Gabrielle as well. I showed her in one of my videos. She's really, really strong because her resistance is so high, and she deals more damage the more resistance she has. So we're back up. We're back up to Platinum 3. And so that is Galmares in a nutshell. So you saw some of the things that he was really good at. You do want to make sure his health is good. His health is high. Increase his defense if you can. If you have the charged sets, you probably want to take advantage of this, because in defense, if you want to put him in defense and then you pair him with Streetblock, then you're going to be able to use his ability to strip their positive stats. So if they came in with like an immunity or something, that gets stripped away. And then you can use another hero to then stun, freeze, what have you. And he will also, be able to continue to strip their positive stats afterwards. If they bring in a hero like Najar in the beginning, and you're a defender, you're not going to be able to land your silence on him, but you'll be able to take away his immunity. And so I actually think that he's a really good hero. I don't think that I have the perfect gear set up just yet, but I think that it's work in progress. If I had better gears, I would be putting on this set. I would be putting on the cursed set for sure, but I don't have good ones that also work with my charge set. So I'm working with what I have, and the only thing I could use is gloves and boots that are not charge sets, but I don't have good enough ones. And so I'm using these offsets for now because they give me HP. Okay, so just kind of go over. I'm using health and accuracy for my armor. Okay, armor for accuracy for your armor and health for everything else. And then here, try to find accuracy sub stats if you can, health substats. You're not really going to need damage or attack, because you're not really going to use him as your damage dealer. You're going to use him as somebody that is going to clear their positive stats. And so I think that he's a good hero. If you get him, then congrats to you, and give him a try. See how it goes. That's going to be it from me for today, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what other strategies you use him for, And, comment down below. Let me know. And hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot, guys. That's going to be it from me for today. Bye now.